Hello, good afternoon students. Hope so you are all fine. So today we are going to begin the class 12th English course subject. And today we are going to have the first online class of an English course subject of JNV Nanded. So first of all, let us a hearty welcome to all of you for today's PowerPoint presentation. Through that we are going to learn one of the poem which is there in a poetry section. So this is the first online class. And as this online class is going to be taken by myself, that is Rakesh, Nadakarni, PGD English, Jawaharlal Shankarnagar, Nanded, Maharashtra. So dear students, first of all, look at this picture. If you are able to see the things which are there in the picture, they are going to give us some kind of a different pictures, and all these different pictures which are there within the picture will convey us, and they are going to tell us the different stages of life. Just go through those pictures right from the first till at the end, and this picture is going to help us to understand this today's topic. So as it is a CBSE class 12 English course subject, and we are going to deal with the main course, that is Flamingo textbook, and within the Flamingo textbook we are going to go through the poetry section, and the poem number 1, that is My Mother at 66. This is the poem, the first poem of this class 12, which is written by Kamala. So My Mother at 66 is a very heart-touching poem written by Kamala Das, and here the poet is going to narrate her feelings and emotions in the form of this particular poem. So here look at the portrait of Kamala Das. And Kamala Das is a very famous Indian English writer. Primarily she used to write in her own native language, that is a Malayalam. Under the pen name of a Madhavi Kutti, she used to write, and lot of English short stories, articles and poems also she wrote. And that Kamala Das was a very fierce lady who used to openly, boldly discuss the intricacies and the complexities of a life, and those things we are going to come across to know in this particular poem, which is written by Kamala Das. So first of all, let me read out the lines of the poem. My mother at 66. Driving from my parents' home to Kochi last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dodge, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with a pain. So realized with a pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at the young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes, but after the airport security check, standing a few yards away from, and I looked again at her van, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. I did. was a smile and smile and smile. So these are very beautiful lines of this particular poem. And this poem is a very short poem within one single line without having any rhyme scheme, and it is written in a single sentence. So let us, first of all, we are going to go through the glossaries and try to know the meaning of a new words which we are going to come across in this particular poem. So let us see the new words. My mother at 66, in this poem we are going to come across the new words such as dose. The first word is a dose. That means the meaning of a dose is a nap. Second one, that is the ashen word. That means the color pale, a colorless or inactiveness. Then the third, corpse. Another word we will come across. The corpse, the meaning of the corpse is dead body. Spilling. That means a let out or a coming out. Sprinting, moving very fast or rapidly. And at last there is one more word called a wan. That is a dim or a weak. So with the help of these new words, we are going to understand this particular poem. And in this particular poem, whatever the feelings, emotions the poet is going to express, that we are going to see now. So here, first of all, you should keep it in mind, once upon a time, the poet went back to her native in order to meet her parents, and now she was driving from her native towards the place called Cochin, and that was happened once upon a time, a Friday morning, and the poet was traveling to the Cochin in a car, and beside the poet, the mother of that poetess was also sitting. But when the poet glanced at the mother, she saw the condition of a mother who was very much drowsy, means she was taking a nap because of her own age-old condition, and she kept her mouth wide open also because she was feeling some kind of a breathing problem, and that problem also we can very easily able to grasp it because the mother, who was very old, she kept keeping her mouth open, and with the open mouth she was breathing. Her face becomes ashen like that of a corpse. That means she becomes very old now, and the poet had thought that the mother becomes so much old, and that's why the kind of a sad feeling acquired in the sense the mind of the poet, and poet was very much upset by seeing the condition of a mother, because mother almost looking like a corpse, looking like a dead body, and that's why her heart become very much painful at that particular side itself. So when she was feeling painful at the moment, she thought that her mother becomes so old, and now at any time anything may going to happen, and that's why she was totally become upset. And in that upset mood, she thought of drifting away, in the sense to divert her attention from that sad feeling, and looked out through the windows of a car in which she was traveling. And when she saw, suddenly the trees have started sprinting, means with a moving car, the trees as if sprinting, means they are almost moving very fast. And not only the trees are moving fast, even a lot of merry children are also coming out of the house in order to play the game, and they are very happy, they are very, very joyful. And these are some kind of symbols or images the poet had brought to just to divert the attention of the poet. And suddenly, by that time, the poet had reached the airport, And as usual at the airport, the security checkup takes place, and soon that the poet entered inside into the airport. And after entering into the airport, she was standing some few yards away from her mother, and mother was also looking at the poet. And while she was looking, again the poet felt the same kind of a remorse, a sorrowful feelings, a griefful feelings covered up in her mind, because the mother was looking very wan, she was looking very pale colored, because she was felt very much weak, and she thought that she becomes so much old now, and that's why that kind of a feeling she felt it. She was looking very colorless, and almost her face was compared to the late winter's moon, as if there is no chance of her growing more, there is no chance of becoming too much old, and that much of the oldness that the mother had reached. And certainly during that time the poet remembered her the childhood fear, that's the pain or the ache which she felt it. And during the childhood, always she felt that if at all she moves out of her mother, she may going to lose her mother. So the same kind of a feeling, the same kind of emotions, now the poet is also starts feeling. But at that moment, she don't want to bring all her sadness. She don't want to cry also. She don't want to weep also. So that's why she control her emotion, and she tried to hide all her feelings within herself. Though she was feeling pain at that time, she wanted to reassure the confidence in the mother who was troubling a lot in her life to lead a normal life itself. And that's why during that time, the poet was started telling to her mother that see you soon, Amma. That is what the parting words she said. And not only that, with that, she kept the sign, she brought out the smile, and she keep on smiling, smile and smile and smile at the mother. So in this way, the poet who was working far away from the native place of mother had given a bidding farewell to the mother. But while giving a bidding farewell to the mother, she might have thought that whether she may able to look, or whether she may get a chance and next time to see her mother. That was kind of a fear which was looming large in the mind of the poet. So let us come back towards the themes which we are going to come across in this poem. And while talking about the themes of this poem, naturally a lot of things we will come across. The first one, that is the constraints of old age. Their constraints means the difficulties, the problems usually faced by the old people. Second one, that is a bond between the mother and the daughter. Here we have a mother and a daughter who is a poet of this particular poem. She is going to express and how they are intimately bonded each other, and that kind of a relationship is also described over here in this particular part of the poem. The next one, helplessness of the youth is also expressed, because the poet now, she was doing some kind of a job and she was away from her native, and that's why she came just in order to spend some days as a vacation, and soon after finishing she was moving out in order to carry over her professional jobs, and that's what the helplessness was also reflected. And apart from that, different stages of human life are also expressed through this particular poem, that which reflects in the different lines of the poem itself. The next one, change. A change is an eternal law, and as per the change, each and everything in the life is going to change. And there is a nature. And nature is a relief as well as a refuge. Whenever we can feel that kind of a feelings, that nature will definitely gives a kind of a relief and refuge to the modern man. So while talking about the themes of this poem, so as this poem, that is My Mother at 66, it captures the images and as well as fear of a narrator, and narrator was feeling that she may going to lose her mother because the mother condition was very much pathetic, because she was declining in her health condition, and due to the declining of health condition, her physical strength also she may not be able to garner to carry out her day-to-day activities, and she was felt very much loss of energy, and all these things are symptoms in the sense the features of the old age, and such old age complexities are also brought out in this poem. And apart from that, it is also based on the theme of advancing age, and there is the fear of loss, and the separation is also mentioned over here in this poem. And with these themes, the poet tries her level best to convey her feelings and emotions and the love, the care which we want to have about her mother. So coming towards the phases of human life, as I already given you one short bits in which we have come across the different stages of human life. So here in this poem, we come across certainly three different stages of human life. The first one itself is the old age, because the whole poem revolves around the mother. So that's what the old age lifestyle is also picturized, and the problems, the difficulties faced by the old people, that is going to be brought out by the poet in a very lucid way. The second stage, that is what the thing that is a youthful stage, the youth just in order to earn their livelihood, and they are independent, and while in order to get or to earn, sometimes they are supposed to move away from their parents also, and that is what it is going to happen with the poet. And poet was also felt very much upset to forbid, in the sense, to leave her mother at an age. And apart from that, one more stage of the human life is also expressed, and that is what the childhood, the merry childhood, the happiness, the joy, the gloriness was also expressed, and so those images, symbols were brought out by the poet just to drift away the sad moments of our feelings and emotions. And these are the stages of a human life which are highlighted in this poem. Coming towards the poetical devices which are used in this poem, okay, a lot of poetical devices are used, simile, metaphor, personification, imagery, and symbols are also used. Let me just list out some of those poetical devices which are used. The first one, that is a simile, and there are a lot of similes are there. Face as like a corpse. Here, there is a comparison between the face of the ashen to the corpse of the dead, that is a dead body. And here, as a late winter's moon, the mother was compared to the winter's moon. That means she reached the last stage of her life itself. The next one, there is a personification. Here, there is a reference about the tree and sprinting, and that is what the personification. Tree was personified as if it is moving in a very fast pace. Then repetition, smile and smile. This is a repetition to which the poet wants to give importance on that particular part of that thing. Metaphor, a children spilling out of their homes. That is what the metaphor used over here. And assonance, that is the sound of vowels, and consonants are also used, such as a door's open mouth. These are some kind of assonance. Imagery and symbols such as tree sprinting, merry children spelling, a late winter's moon. These are all the symbols and imageries which we have come across in this poem. So let us now come back towards the message. what the poet wants to give through this particular poem. The message of this poem is, aging is a very natural process and it will affect each one of us. One or the other day, we are all going to become aged. The complexity of that particular life is that the children are perturbed by the condition of the parents and wish to be with them. That is what the message the poet wants to give. However, they have to leave their parents behind, move on with their commitments. Okay, so usually the people, those who are a youth, in order to pursue their livelihood, sometimes they are compelled to leave the parents at their native place. The question arises, how to strike a balance between looking after these aging parents and as well as attending our duties and responsibilities. And that's what we have to, because whatever we are in our life, it is all because of our own parents, because of our mother. Because mother, due to mother only we are all here. Let us take care of our own mother. Let us take care of our age-old parents, because it is our primary duty to look after them. But apart from that, in order to carry out the other duties and responsibilities are also equally important. And this is what the message the poet wants to give through this particular poem. So now at last finally we have reached our presentation, that if at all you have any queries, you just raise it, and those queries you have to comment it in our comment box, and if at all you have any doubts, surely you just write it in a comment box and we try our level best to rectify your doubts and queries. Thank you. So with this we come to an end of today's online class about the first poem, My Mother, etc.